What is going to be the next Star Wars animation series? Well, we've actually gotten the answer to that question today from StarWars.com themselves. But before we get to that, as always, I want to say I'm Mike and welcome you back to Force Within TV, where we're building a Star Wars animation community where we love to spin theories, and we'd love you to join us by subscribing. But back to that question. So what is the next Star Wars animation series? Well, we've been given that answer today and a whole lot more. StarWars.com reported early this morning that we are thrilled to announce that production has begun on Star Wars Resistance, an exciting new animated adventure series by Kuzando Azuno. And I really know I'm butchering that name, but I apologize. I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually here. They go on to say, a young pilot recruited by the Resistance and tasked with a top secret mission to spy on the growing threat of the First Order. Star Wars Resistance will premiere this fall on the Disney Channel in the US and thereafter on Disney XD around the world. But that is just the beginning of this great news. There is going to be a fair amount of star power infused to this series as well. The beloved droid BB-8 alongside ace pilot Poe Dameron and even Captain Phasma as some sort of antagonist. But perhaps the best part of this is that Oscar Isaac and Gwendolyn Christie, respectively, will be the voice actors for their characters. It's so cool to have both of these two back on board for this series, and I can't wait to learn more about their characters, especially the underserved Captain Phasma. Also mentioned in the article is by Mark Boge, I hope I'm saying that one correct as well, Senior Vice President, Programming and General Manager, Disney XD, said, our colleagues at Lucasfilm have created a compelling narrative for an untold moment in the Star Wars galaxy, and we are excited to partner with them again on this new original series. Star Wars Resistance will bring viewers across generations an engaging story with heart, humor, and both new and familiar characters. The article also has a list of voice actors, but instead of going into those and listing them off, I'd rather get into some speculation here. So the first speculation question I have, I guess for myself in this situation and for you guys out there, is how will this fit into the current canon? Remember, we already have the Poe Dameron comic, which has covered a lot of ground at this point, and it will seem a little weird if there hasn't been a connection. So has this character maybe already been shown in the background of the Poe Dameron comic? I really hope they have, and let me know in the comments if they have. There is also that story in Before the Awakening with Poe Dameron. It certainly seems like they don't know a lot about the First Order at that point in time. So I'm hoping that this is all going to line up in the canon, and if there's anyone who I trust, it's definitely Dave Filoni. I'm sure he will make this all work out. But of course, the big question here is, could this also include Ahsoka and Sabine's search for Ezra? And yeah, I'm thinking it absolutely could, because we're going to have our main character here. He's going to be out in wild space trying to track down the First Order. By the sounds of things, this is all speculation, not news. So if Sabine and Ezra are out there, maybe even with Luke Skywalker, as I mentioned in my video today, I'll have that linked up above, then they could totally meet up with the protagonist while he is trying to track down the First Order. Might we also see Thrawn and Ezra's story? I'm thinking, to tell you the truth, that it's going to be Thrawn. Thrawn and Ezra's story is going to play out in a book written by Timothy Zahn. I've said that several times now. I'm going to stick to that. We might see Ezra near the end of this series. That would make sense for him to come back. But I think Thrawn and Ezra's story and what happened after Star Wars Rebels Season 4 is going to be told in a Timothy Zahn novel. Could be completely wrong on that one. Let me know in the comments below. But moving on here, I also have the other question, a fourth question, and that is, what type of story will this be? And I think obviously it's going to be some sort of exploration type show where our main character is out there. He's looking for the First Order. He's running into different types of aliens. He's having trouble getting to different places. Again, all speculation. And therefore, if he is out there, he's looking for things. It makes a lot of sense that he could run into Ahsoka and Sabine. Is it going to take a while for him to get out of our known galaxy? Obviously, he's going to have run-ins with Phasma and Poe Dameron. Is that just going to happen early on in the series? I think that's how it's going to happen. We'll have a lot of the Force Awakens characters, BB-8, Poe Dameron, Captain Phasma, early on in the story. And then eventually this new main character will stand on his own legs. We will most likely be introduced to Ahsoka and Sabine in their search. So lots of really exciting things ahead for Star Wars animation. But hey, remember, I'm Mike, and I'd love to have you subscribe and join our Star Wars theory crafting community where we share our thoughts and encourage those who do the same. So my theory crafting friends, let's finish with today's question of the day, and I'm pretty sure you already know what it is. Let me know what you think Star Wars Resistance is going to be all about, and may the Force be with you.